Tour de France Crowds is a popular crossword puzzle challenge. It involves discovering clues related to Tour de France spectators during its world-famous race. Tour de France is a cycling race that takes place every year in July across a range of magnificent, picturesque French regions. Tour de France Crowds is an international affair, drawing spectators from all over the world. Tour de France crowds are an incredible spectacle. Spectators come to witness and cheer on the cyclists. Tour de France crowds are a significant source of energy and enthusiasm for the athletes. Tour de France crowds can vary in size depending on the route. Some sections of the race can be more densely populated than others. Tour de France crowds sometimes range in the hundreds of thousands. Such huge numbers of spectators creates a remarkable atmosphere. Tour de France crowds are always colorful and vibrant, and dress in all manner of costumes and wacky dress ups. Among the Tour de France crowds, you'll find enthusiastic supporters, cycling fans, and casual spectators just along for the ride. Tour de France crowds are well-mannered, and take extra care of their environment. They are also known to display positive sporting behavior. Tour de France crowds show an unfailing spirit of support for the cyclists, encouraging them with their cheers and words of encouragement. Tour de France crowds create an inspiring backdrop for the cyclists to race in. They add to the intensity of the competition out on the road. Tour de France crowds are incredibly knowledgeable about the ins and outs of cycling. They are well versed in the terminology, tactics, and strategy that go into a successful performance. Tour de France crowds appreciate and respect the courage and determination of the athletes. Tour de France crowds present an unforgettable experience. Spectators don their national colors and join in the party atmosphere that greets the riders. Tour de France crowds come together for the shared purpose of creating a memorable experience and contributing to a prestigious sporting event. Tour de France crowds witness some of the best cyclists in the world as they fight for the yellow jersey. Tour de France crowds offer a unique insight into the sport and its history and culture. Tour de France crowds can give spectators an appreciation of the skill, strength, and endurance it takes to compete in the race. Tour de France crowds sometimes set up along the routes, providing an inspiring backdrop for the riders. Tour de France crowds accompany the race, marking the climax of each stage of the journey. Tour de France crowds are a key part of the race's legacy. The Tour has become associated with enthusiastic and exuberant fans who cheer on the cyclists. Tour de France crowds bring with them their own energy-infused atmosphere, creating a heady and lively vibe. Tour de France crowds often travel with the cyclists, famously offering provisions such as food, drink, and clothing. Tour de France crowds can extend for miles along the route. They fill the air with cheers and encouragement, filling the hearts of the cyclists with an energy and enthusiasm.